no fear right there. All right, people, we told you we have guests. So right now, we have two guests joining us this afternoon. One is an entrepreneur, actor, and model, while the other is a vibrant, witty, and deeply compassionate lady who is a trained psychologist. And now, you can actually call them reality stars. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make a welcome to the show Big Brother Naija 10/10 housemates, yes, ex-housemates, BOMBSHELL and Ibufubara. I feel like anybody that comes here, let's do the name. So 10/10, like 10/10. Great to have you guys here.
Yeah.
I mean, you look amazing. I love the color code.
Thank you.
I know what's happening, but I like what's going on with yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Straight to it, how has it been outside the house?
Oh, well, not ladies first today. Well, it's been good, actually. Coming outside, I felt I wasn't going to be loved the way I wanted to, because being the first housemate to be evicted,
yes.
I'm like, was the world not liking me as much as I was doing my best? But then coming outside, I saw what the issue was. Yeah, my name inside the house was a different name from my social handles.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that was quite an issue because
it took a while to find you.
Yeah, I wanted to go with the name on social media, but then the Big Brother Naija management said they had a branding issue, and then if I used that name, probably somebody might come to sue them and things like that. So I was forced to use my childhood nickname. BOMBSHELL was my childhood nickname, so I had to bring it back, and that was probably the issue. And when I got out and I changed my username, I started seeing so much engagement, which was also telling me that these people weren't able to find me, so they weren't able to vote for me as well. So that's probably what the issue was. But then coming outside, the love was enough to make me feel like, yeah, you did your best, and then you were liked for who you were. And that's pretty much enough for me.
Okay, how about you?
Very similar, very similar. Coming out, hearing my name, and I was like, there was a gasp in the house, like, what do you mean by this girl is going out? Like, that means, what are we doing here? It was that kind of thing. So I was in shock a lot, right? The only time I think I snapped out of it was on stage for my interview, but after that, I went back in, didn't speak much. He really helped me, to say, let's just make the best out of the opportunity we've been given. But I had a similar issue with my social media, where I had so many socials with different thousands of people in different, different ways, but at the end of the day, I've been able to put things together, have conversations with my team. There's a lot of, your team failed, you handle all of that, but I'm just shutting down the noise and moving forward, and, there's been opportunities already coming,
nice.
And I'm grateful that I got to go on, that platform, especially people thinking that, you're a psychologist. I was actually working as a therapist, and trying to create content, work as an influencer, but I've been given the soft landing, and, I'm ready to go.
Ready to go! I love it. I love the positivity oozing from both of you. Yeah. So now let's talk about your time in the house. I'm sure you guys are like, oh, we've been talking about our time in the house. But it never gets dull. Yeah. So starting from you, Ibufubara, you're a therapist. Yeah. And you showed that in the house.
Ooh. Very well.
Very well. You had different therapy sessions. So coming out of the house, you going into therapy, and then what was it like having therapy with the housemates at different points? Okay,
so for me, I've not quit my job. I have a private practice that's still up and running, but is mainly managed by, the second psychologist that is, there for a while. So I'm half there, half. I've been working since 2017. I'm taking a break, right, as a therapist.
Nice.
But I'm pushing myself fully as a brand influencer now. But a lot of the work I'm going to do is mental health related.
Nice.
So in the house, it was not necessarily full therapy I was doing,
of course.
Right? It was more shoulder to lean on, and sometimes, and the housemates even called it, like, at some point they were like, I have a session with you, and there was a chair, and they were like, there, if you want to go for a first therapy session there. But it was lovely to take my skills, because reality TV is all about showing who you are.
Yes.
Unapologetically, right? So I do not regret showing who I was on the show, rather. It was a thing that helped me to connect with the housemates. And even going in, my strategy was pretty much to have strong alliances with each housemate, right? And go in and be somewhat of a core of the house, right? And I feel like I delivered 100%, and I'm the kind of person in the house, if you ask about me or videos I saw about me from the housemates, there were a lot of positives, and
Nice.
I'm very grateful I showed myself, I was truly myself, and I didn't change for anything.
Yeah, I feel like this year was different because they had a therapist and a doctor, a certified doctor. So you, Daniel, I'm going to ask about your time in the house.
Okay.
I'm not just going to dwell on your love interest, Zita, but I'm going to touch on it.
Okay.
I'm going to touch on it because you have to talk about Zita.
Of course.
Yes, so first, let's start with Zita. Your relationship with Zita. Of all the beautiful women in the house, why Zita?
I mean, like you said, of all the beautiful women,
Yep.
she still is among the beautiful women.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would say that was what attracted me to her. She is beautiful, but then she still was my wardrobe mate. So I kept seeing this girl over and over and over again. I'm like, damn, I have to know this girl. And then when I did, she was quite amazing. And then I saw we had so many things in common. Yeah. She's just always this girl that wants to show that she's tough. But if you get to know her deeply, you know, she's just one crybaby. And I mean, that's how most people are.
So you guys have sessions in bed, not therapy.
All right. moving on from that. Not moving on from that, actually. Take a cue from that.
Okay.
Down to you, Ibufubara. We saw that you had a lot of friendships, that male friendships. You know, we had Ortega, we had Rude Boy, we had loads of them. But somehow you happen to keep things very platonic.
Yep.
Yeah? So do you think if you had stayed longer in the house, there would have been a boarding ship? And who do you think you would have had that ship with? I mean, I'm sure there would have been somebody. I mean, you were with different men in the house. You were with 15 men, I guess.
Yeah.
No, 14.
14 men. You were with
One
14
less.
men in the house. And, you know, you were close to about 4 or 5 of them.
She said she was attracted to two. In particular. In
I'm coming down
particular.
now. Wait, see. So, was there any one of them that you felt like at some point in the house, you guys might have pursued something that was a bit more than platonic?
Okay, so in the house, right, I think you can attest for it. I was known to be very firm about things. You know, my boundaries were very, you know, even with the boys, I played table tennis with them a lot. You know, I was that person, you know. Going into the house, I was like, I'm not going for a relationship, no ship, nothing, but I'm going to have fun.
Nice.
Right? So even when they were talking in the house with me and any guy, to just be like, oh, they had a ship, but this girl came, Ibufubara came, and like, you know, something happened. But I always say it's all fun. I really do not mean to come in between anything, right? Yes, I was attracted to 1-2 people, right? But it's just attraction. You know, those people were people I spoke to in the house. And one of them is one of my closest friends in the house, right? So it was just that.
Mention name now. Don't be saying one of them. Say we are saying things.
No, I mean, I mentioned that it was Bride Morgan and Ortega I was attracted to in the house, which was, again, like I repeat, just attraction, right? It wasn't anything that I was going to pursue. It was not anything that was going to go anywhere. It was just something that I was having fun. It's nice to just be around people and say, okay, this person seems like a person that would be, you know, a good partner, right? But not to me per se. I could watch it or witness it, and that's an attractive feature.
As the psychologist that you are.
Exactly.
Hey.
That's an attractive feature, but I do not have to pursue anything. So I had no intentions. And even if you had seen me, if I had progressed in the game, maybe you would have seen me, you know, maybe kiss one person, like that with somebody, not do anything particularly, but just have fun. That's what I like to call it. And live in the moment, because I always said it and I was particular about it. And I'm glad that, you know, I did my thing and I'm out.
Amazing. Nice. Daniel.
Yeah. I saw you coming to me already.
No, you should expect. Nothing serious, actually. I mean, I feel like I'm more concerned with you after the house.
Okay.
Yeah? We've done a lot of house. Okay. You after the house. Now, I know before you went into the house, you were a pageant winner. And, you know, you had that fine boy energy and that gym freak energy. You just had that person that, you know, had this macho vibe and all of that. So what do you think you're bringing out of the house to pursue in that regard? Now, should we look out for more shoots? Should we look out for more pageants? Should we look out for fine boy Dan? Or, you know, quiet boy Dan? I mean, I heard at some point you want to double into something with Nollywood and all of that. So should we look out to that, or we should just look out to for model boy Dan?
Well, I would say look out for everything before and more. Like me coming out and being a refined version, I'm not stopping my content creation, refined boy, working out guy. I have to always go with that, because that's my lifestyle. I love going to the gym, the lifestyle, going out to parties and all of those. But then I still want to make it more professional. Yeah, being a model as well. I just become a more refined model. And I was into acting before I got into the house, but just a little, just in like 4 movies. But now I want to dive into the industry very well, and that's the plan.
Cannot wait to see you, leading those movies. Amazing.
Okay, Ibufubara, now you've gone into the house, you're out, you've seen a lot of people, and you are getting opportunities, like you said. What's next for you?
What's next for me? I always said it's in the house, right? I'm looking at pursuing my PhD, you know, in a couple of months.
You see the smoke, dusty.
Looking at pursuing that, but also, like I said, this was like a soft landing to starting brand influencing, which is something that I'm trying to push a lot because my social media I met it, in the States, and I've noticed that with constant posting, all of that momentum is rising, right? Because the show is still on. So I'm trying to make sure that I use that momentum that is still here to sort of like create, a niche for myself in this industry and work with brands that align with my value. But also my podcast is coming, and my YouTube is there. My YouTube is going to get bigger, and the podcast is going to be on it. And just looking at opportunities that have to do with speaking, because I'm very good at things like that, speaking, voiceovers, presenting, all of that has to do with me just putting myself out there and people knowing who I am and hearing my voice.
Okay, so I have 2 questions for you and 1 for you. First, are you still reviewing salads?
Yes.
Okay, you are.
All the time.
I recommend salad to you. I mean, and you love it.
Don't worry, recommendation after this. And now to both of you, who are you rooting for? First, second, third.
With the strategies you have seen so far.
Yes.
In and
First,
out of the
second,
house.
third. Who's your winner? First, second, third.
First, second, third. First, Ruboy, it's my friend. I think it's one of my only close friends still there at this point. I'm still rooting for Thelma Lawson, another of my only friends still there. And for the third, to be honest, somebody that I think she's played a solid game and I expect her to go far is Imisi.
Nice.
So,
what about you, Daniel?
Well, first person I'm waiting for is my baby Zita.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I want enter relationship.
Okay, so after Zita.
And after Zita, I would say Robo is actually doing a good job as well. And then Imisi, I'll give it to her. I mean, while we were in the house, some of us thought she was acting. We didn't really see it, but coming outside, she's actually doing it. And then it's working for her, and that's one thing that she should keep on doing, because it might get her the money, so yeah,
Who knows?
it might.
Okay, any other thing you want your fans out there to know?
Yes. I would say that look out for me. My social media is Ibufubara Davis on Instagram. That's the main place. It's Ibufubara Davis. Just type it. I'm the only Ibufubara Davis you'll find.
Only one.
Only one and only. What about you?
Well, mine is Tamboskid 01. 01, not 02, the one and only.
Love it. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks for coming on the show.
I mean, we want to have you eventually again.
Yes.
As a therapist and as an actor, as a model, we'd love to have you on the show again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, we'd like to apologize. We cannot take movies at the movies anymore because, we're pressed for time. Time flies when you are having so much fun. And as you can tell, today was super, super, super fun. Yes, my darlings, that's that on the show for today. I mean, don't worry, tomorrow is another day, same time, same place. And like I always say, don't forget to stay happy and stay out of trouble. On behalf of myself, Fubara, Dan, and only Lady Cat, we say bye.
See you tomorrow, guys.